High above the field here at Arrowhead Stadium.
Justin Herbert looks locked in, guys.
And here he goes.
We got an arena football game breaking out here in Kansas City.
You went down the field, here it is. And there's another catch. As ball comes out. And the Charger defense responds this time. Here they come again. Not going to get away.
Chargers fall to 2-4.
You're still alive in terms of the playoffs. You're 2-4. You don't want to be in that spot, but the schedule does lighten up. They got to put this one behind them quick. And they've got to move on, and they've got to find a way to figure some things out.
We need to reset as a football team. We need to reset. We've had 2 tough losses in a row, but we've got a good football team, and we just got to make sure that we keep it simple. We keep doing the little things well, because this is a good group of guys.
We definitely need to reset. We need to, these last 6 games, man, we just need to flush them, man. We got 11 more to go. We got a long season. We just got to keep playing hard, man, and keep leaning on each other.
Kansas City was a big game. I think losing that one hurt. You feel it when you walk into a locker room that's been losing more than they want to lose. You know, you do feel it. You feel it. And I think like you can carry that weight with you back here to Costa Mesa from Kansas City, or you can make a conscious effort to not do that.
All right, so what you do is you make adjustments. You make adjustments and you keep moving.
So we gotta look in the mirror as coaches, as players, and figure out where we want to go.
We got all the choices in the world right in front of us.
All right, guys. All right. Everybody ready to go? All right. It was a tough one yesterday. And when I was in that locker room after the game, looking at everybody in here, I want you to know what I saw and what I felt. I felt and I saw a group that really wants it. Really wants it. So, we went over after action reports as a staff this morning. Offense, defense, kicking game. Okay, here's what happened, here's how we played, here's how we prepared. Went through all of it. And offensively in the first half, defensively in the second half, special teams up until the last punt of the game. And that's kind of been our first 6 games, correct? We've had these spurts on offense, we've had these spurts on defense, we've had spurts on special teams, okay? And so when I talked to the coaching staff this morning about what has been the most consistent part of our team is how we've prepared. I think we practice well, I think we meet well, I think we train. I think that has been consistent. But our performance on offense, defense, and the kicking game has been inconsistent. And it starts with me. And I haven't done a good enough job of creating the consistency and performance in this team. And I'll tell you why. Because when you got a bunch of good dudes, like I said, after the game, I'm looking at you guys and I'm seeing it and feeling it all. And I'm hearing that word and I'm feeling that word, consistency. And I know that that's the thing that hasn't happened yet. And why is that? Why is that? What we need to do in all 3 phases is to lean in to the identity of who we are.
Early stages of an NFL season are geared towards finding that identity. And what's happening now is that all of the things that you thought were going to come together have not come together. And that's just the truth of it.
You know, in football, these guys always talk about we have to execute better. How many times have we heard Justin Herbert say that, after a game, we have to execute better. And when you start to do that consistently, that's when a season will turn around for a team.
It's time to tell the truth. All right, because Coach took ownership. I took it. A lot of you guys in the media is taking it. But it's time for us in this room to tell the truth what's really going on our tape.
Win or loss coming off of Sunday, when you guys get to the building on Mondays, typically what's the goal that you're trying to accomplish on Mondays?
Well, really, we're just trying to show the guys, what we did well, what we can improve on.
All right, tough day at the office yesterday, right? What we want to do is confront this film. We got all our names on this. We're all in this together. And what I kind of want to create is Tell the Truth Monday. We're just going to tell the truth, not here to embarrass anybody. It's Tell the Truth Monday, like we've talked about. It's just getting to the core of what happened. It's taking accountability for what happened and correcting it. Okay, we're going to respect you as a man. We're going to correct you to get you better. Okay, that's my goal here today. And make sure we take full responsibility as coaches and players. And I also would open up at the end if you guys have feedback to us and you tell the truth to us. One of our goals is to feel better coming out of that meeting than feeling worse. So there's that delicate balance of holding people accountable, but also building them up too and showing them the good things as well. Because all these games, there's a lot of good things, there's a lot of bad things. There's no perfect game.
There's a big one too. More yardage for Rice.
Is that the Chiefs or is that the Chargers?
38 yards.
Gotta play team defense and do it all together.
All right, we gotta make sure we have better technique in everything we do, because who knows, guys? Fourth quarter right now, we need 7 right here. Who knows how this impacts the game?
There's a difference from learning from your mistakes and dwelling on them. I think that it's a line that you need to find yourself.
I think at quarterback, you can play really well, you can play really poorly. If you throw a bad pass, interception, incompletion, it doesn't matter, you gotta move on.
Okay, this word consistency, right, is going to be our theme. Okay, it's going to be our theme right there. Okay, just choose on each and every one of us. Okay, it sucks for all of us because we know the potential we have and the ability we have. Okay, and we have evidence to support that.
All right, now what I want to do is watch this movie. Okay, because this is that we're capable of in the run front. I'm just going to let it play.
Pacheco met in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
So what y'all see? So that's what I thought. Now let's look at the pass game. Who's open? Nobody. Zach. What we gotta do is we gotta play consistent longer. We gotta make up in our mind what kind of defense we want to be. Lil Mac, how many years is this you? 10, 11? He ain't gonna play forever. The man trying to win a championship. Is year 10 for you? 9? Nick, how many? Yep. So some of you young guys, you get out your feelings and man up. So if you ain't about that life, we can't put that in you. What we can do is we can show you guys what it looks like we gotta do it right.
I want today to look like this from a feeling standpoint. I want you to picture yourself kind of in this mindset. Training camp 1 practice at Jack Hammett. Training camp 1. Right, you know how you feel that first day of practice when you're just, getting out there on the grass. Okay, you're feeling fresh.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
There's a little bit of vibe with the fans.
Sound effects.
And we're just trying to get our landmarks. We're trying to get it right. We're trying to do it right.
Get a stance. Good stance.
Here we go. Jay, a little juice, CJ.
Put yourself in this position if you go back and how Derwin, Eric, and Sebastian were feeling right in this rep. How were they feeling? They were feeling fresh. They weren't worried about anything. They were going. But that's the mindset that I want for us today.
If you have to be the same guy, win or lose, because you don't want to be too high when you win or too low when you lose. You want to kind of be steady, because there's no perfect players. There's nobody going to play a perfect game.
So when Tiger Woods on the 16th green at Augusta, this is his shot.
Tiger's 8-iron over the green.
They hit those, right? He misses way over. Okay, he's used to hitting greens. We can look at it one way. Bad news, or literally setting up one of the greatest shots in golf history. Guys, check it out. Is he thinking about that last shot? He's focused on the present, focused on now staying neutral. Locking in one of the greatest chips in the history of golf.
Here it comes. Oh my goodness.
The only thing that matters is what we do now, period. Okay? And I think this quote is about real life, okay? This is the real deal, okay? Whatever happened, happened, right? We have to learn from it, we have to grow from it, we have to find something out of it that can help us be better. But this is all that matters.
You want to be consistent as far as going forward. And yeah, you want to always take the big leaps and bounds, but that's not how the world works, and same with football. It's not how football works.
We talk about consistency. It's like, can I rely on this every single week? Or for the most part, every single week? And you look at this Chargers team and you say, well, what can you rely on?
Build on our identity is going to be a big emphasis, okay? Build our game plans around it, trust our training.
Man up, be the lamb, figure it out together. Because we ain't far off. We ain't far off.
That's the mentality that we're bringing here, Bring your lunch pail, bring your bucket hat, and get to work each and every day.
They all understand that last week's game has no bearing on this week's game.
There's a lot of football left, and so it's on us to be more consistent. Not going to point any fingers, and we're going to get better because of it, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
All right, fellas. Everybody good? Ready to go? All right, here we go. Schedule for today. Thumbs up, guys. Yesterday on the walkthrough, like it? Yeah, hell yeah. It was awesome, right? You know when it's right when it looks that way. So really good job with that. I thought the pace was good. We got right into practice, and it was sharp. So we'll keep that thing moving. I read a book about 10 years ago called Measure What Matters by John Doerr. But the whole concept of the book is having an objective and then key results. Okay, being able to measure, what you do. It talks about in the book, there's a lot of people who are working hard but not going anywhere. They're working hard but they're not going anywhere because they're looking at the wrong things. All right, so I thought about that book this morning for this blueprint meeting because I'm like, okay, what really matters going into this week? What really matters? What really matters going into Chicago for this ball game, all right, on Sunday night? And I think the number one thing that matters is Super Bowl standard effort. Okay? In the meeting yesterday, that was our focus, like in terms of what are we pursuing today? Super Bowl standard effort. Can you measure effort? Yeah, you can. The tape can measure the effort. Okay? The tape can. It can measure how hard you're playing. So I was only looking for effort, all right, on this reel. I'm looking at the backside D lineman, all right, who started over here. All right, where are they ending up on the screen? They're ending up down the field. How about this guy? Is he having Super Bowl standard effort? Yes? Yes. Yeah, so that was a big time play, and everybody benefits when you play that hard. Everybody does. Okay, this is Joey working on his cross chop, full speed. All right, we know Joey's an accomplished rusher. Okay, he's been playing in the NFL for a while, but that's how you improve. Keenan, been doing it a while. But that footwork drill, that's what it makes him famous. That creates the separation, and it doesn't matter if it's year 1 or year 10, right? It's still the same, okay? Finishing a run, and then he's rolling, right? Rolling to score, all right? That's the effort that we're talking about, okay? That's why you scored 38 touchdowns in 2 years, okay? Because you're practicing that way. And then here's Justin in the quarterback drill. Probably as important a quarterback drill as any. Working on your base from the pocket, okay? And you got 3 different targets, and you're rolling, okay? You get 1, you get 2, okay? And then you get 3.
We lost 2 really tough games, but you couldn't tell it by the way our players are practicing. This week has been one of our better weeks of practice we've been here. You got big guys running 40 yards down the field to go tag guys off. And I'm not talking about just the young guys. I'm talking about Nick Williams, Austin Johnson, all the way down to Tito and Sebastian, Morgan Fox. Those guys are running. That's a good gauge of what kind of culture you have. And that's a good gauge of, credit to Tom for bringing in the right kind of people in the building. We don't have anybody that hangs their head and feels sorry for themselves because we have the right people in our building.
All right, here we go.
The biggest thing is this is a game, and we got to get guys to understand that it is a game. It's their profession, it's their job, but at the same time, it's a game, and you got to have fun playing that game.
We're +5 in the turnover margin. +5.
The ball is loose. The Trojans are falling on it. It's picked up. That first one. It's picked up.
All right, now, we've gotten a lot of balls out of the air. We've got a lot of fumbles, calls, and scoops. One thing we saw with all those guys that got the ball, we ain't doing nothing with it. We got to do better on the celebrations. And to do that, you got to have a committee to get this thing choreographed. So these people here are on the committee every week to come up with celebrations. You need to have multiple in the tank. We're going to get multiple turnovers in the game. So representing the D-line, Nick Williams, Chris Hinton, Edge, Khalil, Chris, inside backers, EK, and then DBs, Zont, Lowe, DJ, Mark Webb, and Jock. Okay? So you guys are the committee of the celebrations.
One thing that we've created this week, we created a competition celebration type committee where if we get a big play on defense or turnover, then we need to have some celebrations choreographed.
The OGs, the 2018 Bears, they the ones that started it off. Choreograph. We got a committee. Nick Williams in there somewhere, Khalil in there somewhere. Hey, man, you gotta hit your chest, man. Eric Kendricks making an appearance, Minnesota.
One of the first things we told the whole group is when they got here in OTAs, be who you are. There's nobody going to judge you in here. Be who you are. Your personality needs to show. And I think if you do that, then you'll get the results, that you want because it is a game.
So, before we get to the Bears, you guys know you're on the committee every week. The DJ got to figure out when y'all going to meet, your house, dinner. We got to get this going. Now, let's get to the Bears. Get to the Bears.
Sunday Night Football. Bears, Chargers.
As the team is now through 6 games, basically a third of the season, this is where you make your bones. This is where the season will be decided.
It's another opportunity, bro. Play in and play out. Dominate these motherfuckers, bro. Dominate, bro. You gotta set the standard tonight, bro. Start tonight, bro. You hear me?
You gotta believe Sunday Night Football, man. This is a big stage.
First match to the last. We haul ass off that ball. We get him in the match. You understand? Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Every guy in the league knows that while primetime games count just as much as a 1 p.m. start, there's still a lot more scrutiny of what happens.
I think this is a game where you clearly have the edge. Go out on the field and pose your will and be the team that you want to be.
Oh, our captains exchanging handshakes. It's Derwin James, Sebastian Joseph Day, and Keenan Allen out there for the Chargers.
Gentlemen, welcome to a little Sunday Night Football. This is the coin that we were going to use tonight. The NFL logo is heads, The Charger logo is tails. What is your call? Heads is the call. It is tails, you win the toss. Which way would you like to kick the football? Okay. The Los Angeles Chargers have won the toss. They've elected to defer. Chicago will receive on this end of the football field. Good luck, gentlemen.
Off we go from SoFi. Bayless Jones going to bring it out from 3 deep. This is a team that has a lot of pieces, and the pieces need to complementary connect, meaning the offense having a big game, the defense having a big game. Trent Taylor took it. Khalil Mack, the ex-Bear, said no.
Wait, no, that's how we.
This is a big down here. 3rd down, Money. Let's see what they do.
Agent pressured, can't get away, brought down, and Joey Bosa takes them out of any thought of a field goal.
Are you going to be a defensive team? Are you going to be an offensive team? Like, just kind of thinking out loud, like that feels like what this game needs to be, is like go out there and show what you are. This is an opportunity for you to do that in front of a national audience and to really start carving out what that identity is and what you can rely on week after week.
So it'll bring him 3rd and 6.
And he still has the dependable veteran, Keenan Allen, with the catch there, give the Chargers their first down.
So I think they need to show them to themselves what their identity is.
Takes the handoff. Herbert has time, climbs the pocket.
Herbert just pitched it down to Ekeler. Man, this was missing from this offense last week. Austin Ekeler to the 45-yard line.
Those underneath passes to Ekeler, he always makes the first man miss.
He's so dangerous, and that element of this offense has been missing.
Every little inch that you can, you keep fighting. Even if it's like, okay, I got a chance, to go out of bounds right here, or I got one defender coming to me. Let's put a shoulder down and get 1 or 2 extra to get into the end zone.
There's the screen to Ekeler, makes the first man miss, and there's Ekeler, left sideline. And Ekeler to the 20, 15, 10, lowers the shoulder,
got a touchdown. Austin Ekeler from 39 yards out.
Leaders lead in the accountability game. Coming into tonight, Austin Ekeler had only 5 catches since week 1's ankle injury. He says, I got to make plays. It comes back to me internally, being the player I know I can be. Welcome back, Ek.
It's up to the players and their execution. That's what's going to determine a team's identity. Get into that sequencing.
And on the crosser, Quinton again. There we go. Cuts upfield. There's the Yak Monster. How about you?
And maybe you open up a game. You get a lead.
11 seconds on the clock.
The teams that do that are the teams that win.
Parham into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham with a 2nd and 3rd effort to cash it in.
For 25, 212, and 3 touchdowns. Let him keep going.
Monster game for Herbert here. What a great opportunity for them to change the conversation surrounding why can't they get things going and stay consistent in the second half.
Even us as broadcasters, we understand every game comes down to about 6 or 7 plays. It's hard to blow people out, right? You just want to get a win, savor it, and try to get the next one. So it's one of those perception game.
And this kick is curling in and good. 93.5% coming into this one is the best start to a first 2 seasons for a kicker. Justin Tucker's 2nd best at 91.9. Wow, that's how good he is.
Yeah.
This is the first punt of the night for J.K. Scott. And this is a kick, my goodness. All the way back, fielded at the 7. And out of bounds, left sideline at the 20.
I think you want to see a team that makes the most of its opportunities.
And an opportunity you asked for, DJ.
Let's put it away.
Put it away.
Can you do enough to not be in a 1-score game? Show that they're going to go. They will. They'll run Johnson, and he is pulled back. Did not get to the 30. Joey Bosa made a big play.
This made it go back to what matters in football.
and we'll like what we see. It's not a overly complicated game when you start to focus.
Chargers bring 7 to the line. 4 of them come. Bajan's pass is picked off.
Intercepted! Jasir Taylor has it. The pressure came. Bajan didn't see him. Jasir jumped the route to Moore.
Well, I think it just gets back to playing our brand of football, our way. Defense perspective is, killing blocks, tackling, taking the ball away, and having fun doing that.
A 4th and 3. Bajan, middle of the field, and that is intercepted! The Chargers pick it off. Derwin James out of bounds, right sideline.
We see you guys celebrating. Is that what makes all the work you put through Monday through Friday when it finally is like, this is why we do it?
Yeah, because winning and celebrations are contagious. Because once you get one, then you want to get another. And then you have that vibe that, hey man, we can just go out here and be ourselves and just go play one play at a time, and then the results will show.
And the Chargers improved to 3 and 4. They knock off the Bears 30-13. They led the entire game. Here they go wire to wire.
What does a definitive win like this mean for this team at this point in the season?
It means a lot. Coach emphasized, resetting for, the rest of the season, and, we got our reset, so we're going to have to keep pushing.
So you speak about the reset. Does that mean totally trying to forget everything that happened, or just saying?
Absolutely, just staying neutral the whole time. Don't get too high on the highs, don't get too low on the lows, just stay neutral. As long as we hit the reset and start over every week, like old Phillip Rivers used to say, Nunk Sheppy. We begin again every week, and start from the beginning and just keep on.